So wouldn't you know it, I do a fabulous Freddie Bz pathetic picks, and my camera's battery ran out and it didn't record a single frame. And now I've got to get a new battery because that battery's kaput. Anyway, Freddie B here. Welcome to Week 5 NFL's pathetic picks, brought to you by Freddie Bz, also brought to you by my favorite beer, Mick Ultra. Pleasure to have you here today, and let's go through the picks this week here for Week 5. Just to let you know, on Week 4 last week, I did go 11-5. So again, I only pick the games. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? I don't do it by the spread, and I'm not a pontificator. I know nothing about football, really. Just been a fan. I'm 100 years old and been a fan since I was a little wee kid. Then I wasn't a fan for a couple of years because if you take a knee in my sport and you don't respect the flag, you don't deserve my my support. However, I do have a particular team I like a lot. I'm not going to say who it is, but I do like them, and I root for them anyway. So 11-5 last week. I'm not bad. Bye week this week. Who's off? These teams cannot lose this week, so these are my guaranteed stone cold picks not to lose this week. The Browns won't lose. The Chargers won't lose. The Seahawks won't lose, and the Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, will not lose. There's a game over in England that's on Sunday morning at 9:45. We'll get that to everybody in a minute. But tonight we've got the Bears against the Redskins. The Chicago Bears. If Coach Ditka was still the coach of the Bears there, then I would say that the Bears would win every game. But Coach Ditka's not the coach, and the Bears are 0-4, and they were going to leave Washington 0-5 because I'm picking the Redskins or Commanders for you woke idiots to win the game on tonight's schedule. Then you're going to go over to England, and the Jaguars should have a home country advantage since Jaguars are made in England. But these are the Jacksonville Jaguars who would like to play in England. But I'm against that because you got a team in England and a team, let's say, in San Francisco. That's a 12-hour difference, and that's just a lot of jet lag. And I don't want to stay up that late. Anyway, the Jaguars are going to play the Buffalo Bills, who crushed the Dolphins last week. It was I'll give Josh Allen his due. He deserved his win. The Bills really handed to the Dolphins. Dolphins throw up 70 against the Broncos and then take it on the chin and give up 48. It is a lot like the 80s, early 80s when Marino was throwing, do it, tag them. Anyway, Bills are going to win that game over at Wembley Stadium where they play. Next, we have a very good 2-2 Texans team playing the Falcons, who aren't that good. The Falcons are at home. Texans are going in there. I think if you look at teams that are okay teams, Texans are the better okay team in that one. Panthers, Lions. Lions have proven at 3-1 they are legitimately a good football team. They are not a fluke. They are playing very good football. They are playing the Panthers, who are 0-4, and they suck. And they're going to suck again. And my big buddy, best buddy, Chuck, who's a huge Panthers fan, I'm sorry to tell you, Chuck, this weekend's not going to be your weekend. And he probably can't wait to say I told you so on Monday. But anyway, I'm picking the Lions. So in the game of the kiddies, okay, we get the Panthers against the Lions. The Lions are going to roar, and they're going to roar to a win. Giggity, giggity. All right. Titans against the Colts. Again, man, the Titans just really made it. Tannehill can be hot and cold. The Colts, again, they're a home team. But you know what? I'm going to, I picked the Titans to beat the Browns. The Browns killed them. Then I picked against the Titans last week, and the Titans lost, or whatever. So anyway, I'm just never right about the Titans. But this time I think I'm going to be right about the Titans. And guess who I'm picking? I'm picking the Titans to go in to the Colts. And then the game of all games, the New York Football Giants will traverse the world and go down and see the beautiful sands of Miami, Florida, at the Miami-Dade County line. Where Dade County and Broward County meet is Joe Robbie Stadium, formerly the Joe Robbie Stadium, built by Joe Robbie with the salt and money out of his own pocket, not a single taxpayer dollar going to build that stadium. A beautiful stadium, Land Shark Stadium, Miami Dolphins Stadium in Miami, Florida. The only thing the taxpayers did pay for was an off-ramp, and that's more than paid for itself. Wouldn't you agree? They also hold a Formula One race right there around the stadium. Very cool. Hope to attend next year, by the way. I'm wearing my Formula One shirt. I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, the Giants are going to go down, and they're going to leave the purity of New York City with their fabulous streets made for immigrants, and they're going to come to Miami, which is run by some of the greatest immigrants in the world, our friends from Cuba, and they are going to lose, and Miami Dolphins are going to win that game. And Tua Tagovailoa is going to remind everybody of Dan Marino, and he's going to throw for about a 300-yard game, and Miami's going to win that game against the Giants. Next, the Saints are going to go visit the Patriots. The Patriots are a much better 1-3 team than they seem. They're going to win the game. The Saints are just not that good. Ravens against the Steelers. Again, don't like the Ravens. Not a big fan of this. I don't care about the Steelers, actually. But Steelers are at home, and I'm always going to go with the team that does not have a murderer on their roster or had a murderer on their roster. And I'm not saying the Ravens are the bad because I liked them when Trent Dilfer was there. But here's the thing. Just remember this. How can shoes be in a murder scene with nobody in them? Just a question. Don't know. Okay. Bengals are going to go see the Cardinals. This is the game of less than mediocre teams. The Cincinnati Bengals, 1-3, against the Arizona Cardinals, 1-3. They're terrible. Let's put it this way. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals in this one. I think that they go to Arizona. They're the better 1-3 team, and the Cardinals just are not very good. They have a beautiful field, though. I will say they have a really cool stadium, which is super duper nice. I'm having a bad day, too, because my Tampa Bay Rays just got shellacked yesterday. I mean, that was the worst. I'm glad they changed the wild card to the best 2 out of 3. But, boy, if you could have watched a team have 2 of the worst games in a row of all season, it was yesterday and the day before's wild card game. Just unreal. Everything that could fall off the rails fell off the rails for the Rays. Congratulations to the Rangers, and may they go far in the playoffs. That's my MLB insight for the day. Anyway, where were we? Bengals, Cards, Jets, Broncos. Jets, Broncos. Now, the Broncos give up 70. Then they won last week. I think they're on the road and they're at home. And quite frankly, I think the Jets, once Aaron Rodgers went down, I think they just said, screw it, our hope for the season, the great hope is gone, so it really doesn't matter what we do, and so the Jets are going to lose. Denver's a better team, and they're home, so I'm going to give the Denver Broncos. Don't worry, the Jets are going to win because the Jets are going to play the Dolphins, and somehow the Dolphins could be 14-0, and the Jets could be 0-14, and the Jets will beat the Dolphins. I hate that, but it's true. Next, you got the Chiefs against the Vikings. They're going up to play in the Viking area, and I think the Chiefs are going to win. So hail to the Chiefs there, I guess. I don't know why the Chiefs didn't have to change their name, because that would be the head of a Native American organization would be the chief, and since we don't like negative whatever. Bring back the Redskins as well. I'll sign that petition. Anyway, the Cowboys are going to the 49ers. Okay, these are 2 of the better teams in the NFL. The Cowboys could be 4-0, but they're 3-1 against the 49ers. And both teams are playing really well, and it's going to be probably the game of the day. I'm sure everyone's going to hype it up. And I think it's an 8-20 game, not positive. I think it is. I think the Cowboys are going to go out there and win, though. And that's going to be quite an upset for the 49ers. Mick Ultra doesn't change your voice like Bud Light does. So, great beer. I still like Bud Light. Finally, Monday night, you got the Packers against the Raiders. Packers against the Raiders. I'm telling you this, the Packers are going to win. They're playing out there. The odds are the Raiders could, I don't know, but the Packers are going to win that game. So, and you can bet on that game, and that's great. Now, my Formula One stuff. So this weekend in Qatar, or however you want to say it, it's Qatar, There's a Formula One race, and they've got an interesting format. They have a sprint race on Saturday, then the Formula One race on Sunday. Why? Because everybody loves Formula One as much as everybody used to love NASCAR. Now nobody likes NASCAR at all because NASCAR sucks. Formula One is definitely the way to go, even though Max Verstappen is going to win the World Championship on Saturday in the sprint race. So, in honor of him, he's not my favorite Red Bull driver. My favorite Red Bull driver is Checo, Sergio Perez. But nonetheless, and Sergio is probably going to lead that team after next year, and he'll probably get picked up by, hopefully, the Audi team when they come, the new Audi team, which is Sauber, if you don't know. If you look on Formula One, you see Alfa Romeo. That's actually a Sauber team, and that team is going to have Audi nomenclature in 2026, and it's going to be a factory Audi team. So really looking forward to that, actually, coming along. I will pick the podium for the F1 race. It's going to be Max, Checo, and probably a surprise third, Fernando Alonso, but in the Aston Martin on a surprise comeback, although Ferrari and Mercedes are definitely going to be there. Some more news about the FIA, which is the Federation International of the Automobile. They are the overseeing parent of Formula One, just so you know, and they have approved in their rules for an 11th team to join Formula One, and they have given the nod to Michael Andretti, and Michael Andretti's Formula One effort is Andretti Cadillac Racing. Cadillac has been very good at WEC racing and hypercar racing. They're doing great. So Cadillac, it would be great if they could get into Formula One, get General Motors in there. But just because you're approved by the FIA doesn't mean you're approved by Formula One, the actual racing body. And the owners and the teams themselves vote in mass to whether they let another team in. There was talk of a $200 million buy-in, but now the owners want more like $600 million. Andretti would pay it because they'd immediately have a $1 billion team. So not a bad investment. You know, $600 million gets you $1 billion, but you know, it's a question of whether the other teams want to have that big pot of money diluted by 11 or just by 10. So you never know. So anyway, those are Freddie B's pathetic picks for week 5. Sorry they're late. Hope you have a great time. Please, if you like what you see, trust, I have other stuff that I'm doing that you'll see on here eventually. I'm rebuilding my boat. I've got a sales training program that is probably the best sales training program you will ever see, and it's completely free. It'll be up here very soon. And if you sell anything with wheels on it, anything with a motor on it, or just furniture, you'll get a lot out of that program. Again, Freddie Bz coming at you. Look forward to seeing you next week, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye now.